Hey guys, Carlz0r here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a game called Octodad, the Dadliest catch. You all may remember a game by the name of Octodad that came out a few years ago, and that was a student project by some people at DePaul University, and I believe what happened was they decided to make a physics-based, kind of awkward controls, zany sort of game for a school project, and then they turned that in for a grade and then later released it out onto the internet. At that point it was picked up by some pretty well-known YouTubers and some indie game news venues and stuff like that, and it ended up being a little bit of a cult sensation. So some of those people decided to take the Octodad concept and they formed a company called Young Horses and made a more proper, polished, full Octodad experience. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into some gameplay here. Some things that I will mention on the menu really quick is that there is Steam Workshop support, there's custom levels, there's several already out, so that adds a lot of replayability to this game. But we're going to jump into the main storyline, and I'm going to go to free play mode because I actually want to skip Wedding Bells and Home Sweet Home just because they are good levels, but I get a feeling that like most of the videos that are on YouTube are probably starting from the beginning, and my favorite level so far, besides the Aquatic Fun Center, which is just a huge level, Gervaison's, I guess, Grocery, that's been one of my favorite levels so far. I mean, the Aquatic Fun Center, which is basically the aquarium, is really cool too, but it's really, really long. I won't have time to cover that in this video, so we're just going to jump into this level here. Now, you may be wondering, if you haven't heard of Octodad, what the concept is. And it's basically about this guy that's just trying to live a normal life, raise his family, and for some reason everybody seems to think that he might be like not a normal guy and that he's like some kind of octopus or something wearing a suit, and that's just ridiculous. I mean, as you can see here, yeah, he has a little bit of a walking impairment, but it is not cool to make fun of that in a guy. But in order to maintain his cover, so he doesn't end up getting confused by the wrong people as an octopus, you have to kind of help him out, navigating through his daily life, such as taking care of some chores around home, going grocery shopping, and taking his family to the aquarium, among other things, I'm sure. I haven't finished this game yet, but I have played a decent amount of it. And I played the first one too, and, you know, you kind of finish that one without too much of a hitch, and then you want some more. So it's an intriguing story, really, but I don't really get it. I don't really get why people think that this guy is just not a normal guy. It's honestly, it's pretty what's the word? It's pretty ignorant, I think, for anybody to think that this guy, I mean, yeah, his skin's yellow, but I mean, he had a bad case of jaundice, and sometimes your skin just, I guess, maybe stays yellow after something like that. But what you saw that I did was I had to navigate through this freezer section, which is all frozen over by ice, except for this one door that somebody left open down here, which is probably why they all froze shut in the first place. You know, condensation and then freezing, solidified and everything made things difficult for me just to get my family a frozen pizza. And the next thing I'm going to have to do is go down into this aisle to get a box of cereal. And those Sports Johnson cereals, that's my son's favorite cereal in this game. He loves that, and that's the last box. I have to have it. And this lady, this ignorant, stupid lady, who thinks that there's something weird about a guy who walks funny and has yellow skin, is going to watch me while I try to take this out of her cart. I mean, honestly, yeah, maybe I am a little bit mean here for stealing something out of somebody else's cart, but it's not like she had bought it yet. It's not really stealing if it wasn't hers yet. I just kind of, you know, I snuck it away from her. She's kind of right in having a preconceived notion about Octodad, but all these other people, I just don't understand what their problem is with Mr. Octodad. He's a perfectly normal dude, just trying to climb a skyscraper made of soda to get the last bottle of mango juice, mango soda, for his family, because that is, I guess, it was his son's favorite. Okay, produce department, because my daughter, she wants the perfect apple. And so we can make our way through here. And you notice, you notice those little ink blobs. Those ink blobs mean that people think I'm an octopus. And it's about time that all this hate stops. I mean, it was bad enough that they were name-calling, but now they are associating ink, dirty, nasty, filthy ink, with my behavior. What is wrong with some people, honestly? At least I got my daughter's apple. We can get out of this place pretty soon. We only have a couple more things to do in this store before we can get away from all these hateful, hurtful people and these slippery, hazardous floors covered in banana peels. I cannot believe the uncleanliness that I have to put up with by going to Gervaison's grocery. I think Mr. Octodad needs to write letters. There are a lot of things worth mentioning in this level, by the way, that I haven't said too much about yet. In fact, I haven't said anything about yet. There's a lot of references to stuff like Mintcraft boxes of mints or candy or whatever here. There's even a creeper one that acts like it's going to explode, but then it doesn't. There's a lot of references to indie game developers, indie games, Let's Players, and Twitch streamers and stuff. You can see up in here we have some Total Biscuits. That's my favorite cereal. Very cynical, very dry. We have Vlambirios, another great cereal. Full of flavorful crates and boxes in every bite. Oh, there's the boxed version of Vlambirios if you don't want to buy in bulk. And the Fractal Jacks, and let me see if I can find one other really interesting item. Yeah, Tiny and Big Diapers, Grandpa's Leftovers, that's an indie game. Quilted Northern Lions. I mean, I'm sure that at least people in the United States, I don't know how widespread this brand is, but you've heard of Quilted Northern, and you may have heard of the YouTuber and Twitch streamer Northern Lion, so yeah. They made a little joke out of his name. He was he acted a little bit offended that they made him into a toilet paper, but I think he was just kidding around. Sturgeon Simulator board game. Kind of cool that that's in here because this game is obviously based very heavily on the kind of awkward controls of games like Quap and Sturgeon Simulator. Oh, and you can do neat stuff like, here, maybe this will help. This will help out Octodad here. We'll just grab these hater blockers because Octodad's obviously got a lot of haters in his life. Everybody thinking that he's some kind of cephalopod guy. Honestly, I'm just tired of dealing with all the hate, so I mean, just block out the hate. That's all you need to do. Let's reach back here as far as we can. We might have to step up on this ledge a little bit to avoid knocking down all the other milks. Because for some reason this grocery store likes to stock their chocolate milk all the way at the back. Okay, maybe now we can do it. I mean, you could just pull the other ones out of the way, but it's a lot more fun to get in there and get them without disturbing the other jugs too much. We knocked some over. Hey, sushi samples. That sounds delicious to a normal guy like me. Let's go back and get some free sushi. Dude, I'm a human. That's cannibalism. You are insane. Get away from me. Putting banana peels all over the place. Oh crap. Jam that we can get stuck in. Clean up this jam before he catches up with us. Okay, let's get out. Hurry up. See, even the sushi chef thinks there's something wrong with Octodad. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
There you are. We were getting worried.
At least our loving wife. I mean, she's a little bit weirded out by the way Mr. Octodad here acts from time to time, but at least she's a pretty reasonable lady, and at least she loves us despite us acting a little bit weird. She doesn't treat us with this weird hatred that everybody else seems to. So we need to scan our groceries here, which is pretty easy when you have long, flexible arms like Mr. Octodad. Yeah. And scan that pizza. Set it down over here.
All right, now that we've got our groceries, it's...
I didn't pay for the hater blockers. I hope they don't mind me taking these. Yeah, he has a little bit of a speech impediment too.
To the car, kids.
Yay! I want to see a snuggle fish.
So,
Climb something.
we just went grocery shopping,
Honey,
and now for some reason, instead of dropping off the frozen pizzas at home, we're gonna go to the
or you can
aquarium.
walk home alone.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense either, but, you know, we'll deal with it.
Come on, Dad.
Gotta be a good dad.
Before.
Despite our reservations about going to the aquarium, Octodad has a pretty healthy fear of fish. And, yeah, so that was Octodad, Dadliest Catch. That was one level of it, rather. There's lots more. Don't take this as being the entire game here. I haven't unlocked everything yet. This is just as far as I've gotten in the game. Let me go ahead and show you the Steam Workshop support. I went ahead and downloaded several levels. It comes with the zero gravity level. And, oh, this is kind of funny. Let's go in here really quick. Look familiar? It's Quap, ladies and gentlemen. And for some reason, Octodad is wearing a lobster costume. Hurry up, Octodad! Get your leg out from under that thing! Come on, you can do it! Ah! Here we go. We're making it now. Oh no, we're trapped again. Oh gosh, we're getting the worst time ever. But yeah, that's an example of some of the stuff that can be done in Steam Workshop. There's also Dado of the Colossus, where there's a giant evil chef guy, like we just saw in the grocery store there. Except this one's huge. And I haven't managed to do what you're supposed to do in this level yet. I really only tried it for like 2 minutes, but you're supposed to climb up him like in Shadow of the Colossus, if you're familiar at all with that game. And you can climb up his legs and onto his hands and stuff like that, and try to get up to the button on the top of his hat. And I believe when you press that, the level ends. Oh no, I was hoping maybe I could use that swing momentum to kind of arc me upward. But anyway, yeah, that's just kind of an example of what you can expect from Octodad, the Dadliest Catch. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope that you guys decide to pick up this game so you can help out this innocent human man overcome the society's hatred for whatever they think he is, some kind of cephalopod guy. Doesn't really make any sense to me. I mean, the story, it's just all over the place. What are these people thinking? But it's a cool game anyway. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.